Hi everyone. So we're going to try a reading and let's see how it goes. This is going to be with the tarot deck. It's called the Lord of the Rings. Okay, I don't normally use it for outside readings. I've strictly used it for the last about 5 years for myself. So let's see what Spirit brings. Okay, it's a total of 7 card draw, and let's see what Spirit has for us. For those returning, then I welcome you back, my beautiful loyal readers. Here to, not readers, I apologize. It's late. What I meant to say was my beautiful loyal subscribers. I appreciate you. I'm so silly. I told y'all, when I'm tired, I'm punchy. If y'all don't like the shuffling, by the way, please do feel free to move ahead at least 5 minutes, because I always shuffle if I can. Very rare I can't. Maybe the 1 minute videos, it's the only time I can't. For those that are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. I will be reading from this book as well to see what it is that they're trying to tell us. And gosh, I've only used this deck. It's very rare, very rare, very rare that I use this deck. They're beautiful cards too. Look, that's the back of them, the Lord of the Rings. And for those that are coming in new, this is a tarot channel mostly. You don't like tarot, please scroll away. I love you, but scroll away. We'll have less problems. For those of you cross watchers that are here, let's see what comes. And don't forget, subscribing is caring. Please and thank you. Please hit the like button. I don't know why so many people view me. I mean, hundreds of thousands view me and very few likes. Can you please hit the like button? I guess sometimes, you know, we forget. So please do. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's start. All right. Oh, did I do it backwards? I surely did. Five, 6, and 7. Okay, and that's it. And the King of Wands is at the end. It's at the bottom of the deck. The King of Wands. Okay, we're leaving it like that. Oh, leaving it like that. We're not going to be messing with them. All right, so. Oh, I'm doing it backwards here. It says the present situation number 1. Okay? Number 1. So number 1, sorry. Number 1, oh, it's the sun. The sun shines over the Shire where everything is growing in harmony. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? I don't think we have to look that up, but let's see if it's got anything else. Sorry, guys. I should have put, let me see. Let me put this light on. Let me see for the sun. Like I said, I never use this deck because it's a lot. It's a lot to go back and forth, you know. And I really don't use it as often. Because it's so much to take out just to be able to use it. Maybe not. Maybe not. We're going to wing it because I don't think I need to look at all of that. I really don't think so. Okay, let's see. So first, the situation that presents itself is being... Sorry, they're talking to me. Is being represented by the sun. The sun is being represented by your house, they're telling me. So your house has a lot of positive energy right now. Your house is representative of structure and security. Okay? I don't know why they're talking about your house. Maybe some of you own your home. Maybe some of you are thinking of purchasing a home. Or maybe some of you are the type of people that your home is where you're most happy. And if your home is where you're most happy, that would be why it's coming out that way. Like for me, I don't mind going out and about, but for me, when I come home, that's my happy place because, you know, maybe you have a favorite part of your house. Maybe your favorite part of your house is your kitchen and you love to cook. Maybe your part of your house that you love is your couch where you lay down, you know, and you just cat nap. Whatever it is, there's something about your house. The sun is shining on your house, okay? The other way you can look at this is your temple is your house. So what's the temple? The temple is the body. So something about your house is very, very beautiful right now, and it's shining very brightly like the sun, okay? Number 2 in the near future. Number 2 in the near future, 8 of Wands. Holy shit. We get the 8 of Wands, guys. Something's happening very fast. Gandalf speeds through open country, writing shadow facts, bringing hope. Wow, something's happening in the near future. Very, very, very fast. This might be a short reading, just be forewarned. Okay, I didn't bring any cards for clarification, so might be a short reading. Okay. The recent past. I would have started that as number 1, actually. That's the way, by the way, when I do perform yearly readings and semi-yearly readings. So I would do it in November, December would be the yearly. And then for the middle of the year, it would be around June, July. Okay? So if ever you need a reading, and by the way, I do personal readings. I just have been really lazy and I haven't been putting my email information. Starting tomorrow, I'll be a good girl and I'll post that for people who would like a reading with me. You just email me and I will email you back the information for the cost, etc. Okay? Knight of Wands for the present, the recent past, for the recent past. Knight of Wands. So some form of communication or news has come to you. In the recent past. It says Faramir prepares himself for the ensuing battle against the orcs. Oh, Heavenly Lord. I hope we're not going through a battle of sorts. Hopefully you're not going to be squaring off with someone, you know, having like bad time or having somebody be angry with you or say angry words to you. That would make me upset. I hope not. Let's see. Card number 4, it says, what's on the current's mind? So the current is us, okay? What's on your mind? The King of Cups is on your mind, collective. What's on your mind is the King of Cups. It says Thorin, Oakenshield, and Gimli, the dwarf, resolved to work together. So there is conflict. There has been, this is the recent past. In the recent past, there was conflict. What's on the mind of the current, which is yourself, is resolving any kind of conflict and working together with someone. Okay? All right. Hopes and anxieties. In the hopes and anxieties, it says, oh, the 4 of Cups. Oh my God. Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin meet with Farmer Maggot and become friends whilst out picking the mushrooms. How interesting. Because in this card, they don't look sad. They don't look like they're not enjoying each other's company or anything like that. And anybody that looks at the 4 of Cups, normally it depicts someone that's looking off into the distance, a little bit like him, but not too much, and being bored. So they don't look bored at all. They don't look bored at all. But the Four of Cups is normally people pass up whatever it is, even if it's a relationship. So in this one, it's giving hopes and anxieties. So maybe your hopes and anxieties are that someone won't take your cup of love, and that's why you feel that way. I'm not too sure. It's a general reading. Let's see what else. Helpful, supportive influence. I don't remember if this was 8. No, this was 7. Sorry. I meant to say 7 and I said 8. This is 6. Opposing, contrary influences. Opposing, contrary influences. Okay? So this one, the 4 of Swords. The barrow waits attack fails, and our companions can breathe more easily. So I think that the fight will be put down. I think people are tired of fighting. I don't think there'll be any more fighting. I think the fighting will be put down. I don't think that we can expect more fighting out of our current or their cross-watcher counterpart, okay? The last card, but not least, says helpful, supportive influences. So what are the helpful, supportive influences? Ay, ay, ay. I don't think that's helpful. 3 of Swords. Oh, let me see. It says Sam comforts Frodo by the side of Mount Doom after Gollum has taken the ring along with him into the fiery furnace. Gosh. All right. You may get information from this card. Okay, I'm going to put it down here because I don't like the energy I was holding on to. You may get information that may not suit you. It may not feel good to you. Someone may have to tell you something that may not sit well with you. It may be something that you don't want to hear. It might be something that is awkward to listen to even, but, or however, I would listen. If it's somebody coming back to you that maybe never had a sharing about them, meaning if maybe at times you wanted them to be more open with you and share with you things that were happening in their life and in and around their life. I apologize, I'm tired. And they just wouldn't open up or couldn't open up. This time I believe they're going to say things, but they may not suit you. Because let's say if it's an ex-lover coming back and they want you to comfort them, even if it's by listening to them, and they're talking about their soon-to-be ex or their ex, you're not going to like that. It's going to make you feel some kind of way. So besides what I'd like to tell you on a personal, Spirit has something to tell you. So in Spirit's opinion, you should listen. And the reason you should listen to the person is because, in fact, before they were not sharing. And now they're open enough to be sharing with you. So if they're open enough to be sharing with you, at least now they're talking. And that's what you want, is you want them to talk, because how are they supposed to share their innermost thoughts with you if they're trying to share something with you and it may not sit well with you? Because, I mean, being a female, I know how another female would mostly react. Like, why the hell are you talking to me about her or him? I don't want to hear. I don't have time for this. That sounds like your personal problem, or that sounds like you're not over them. Why are you doing all that? Why are you telling me all this? I don't want to know. Why are you bringing all this to me? So I know, because I'm having a human experience too. Okay, I'm having a human experience too. So don't shoot the messenger. And if my person, you know, were to come tell me all these things, it would wound me, it would hurt me. I'm not going to sit here and lie and sugarcoat. But at the same time, if he comes back and he's never been the kind of person to share with me, and I shut him down automatically because I get offended, because I have a right to get offended. I do. But if I get offended, that means he's never going to feel comfortable to share anything else with me. So I have to take the good with the bad. The bad is he's going to tell me things I don't want to hear, because it's going to talk about a past relationship or a soon-to-be past relationship and how he felt about losing that relationship. I don't want to hear that. I don't. As his person that wants to be in his life and wants him for me, I don't want to hear that. But as a person that wants him to feel comfortable to tell me anything that's on his mind, then I have to be willing to take the good, which is that he's telling me what he's thinking, with the bad of how it's going to make me feel inside. Like, really, you're telling me all this? Don't you understand I'm so in love with you that this is devastating for me to hear? So it's going to be a bittersweet, guys. It's going to be a bittersweet, and I cannot blame you for feeling some kind of way. I wish I could give you better news about that, but this is going to happen pretty fast. It's going to happen pretty fast. And it looks like it's the King of Wands, so be careful with the King of Wands. I know we always give him a bad rap, but he has his own bad rap because he's a playboy and he always comes back after doing dumb things. And mostly the dumb things are undressing other people that's not us, right? And doing things with his wand with them that we don't necessarily want him to be doing. And vice versa, if it's a female, well, she's over there undressing herself with other people and giving her peach away and showing it off when nobody expects her to do that, because that's not very ladylike. So take everything with a grain of salt, and I hope that in effect, I hope it works out. And if you can't handle somebody coming and sharing their truths with you, then you can't, and I don't expect you to. Spirit is given the advice, and I'm just the messenger. I hope this helps someone, but I hope that if nothing else, you have liked this different sort of reading. It is literally called the Lord of the Rings Tarot Deck and Card Game. So if you don't use it as a tarot deck, you can literally use it as a card game. It comes with the instructions for that as well. But I'd never used it as a card game. I've always used it just as a tarot deck. I actually thought this was another one. I didn't mean to pull this one out, but I'll pull the other one out later on. The other one is very, very interesting, but it's not this one, and I don't know why. I thought I had the other one in the vehicle, but I think maybe I dug out the wrong one. But this worked out anyway as well, and it is a different sort of a reading with the Lord of the Rings, and I am a fan of all the trilogy of the Lord of the Rings, and the Curse of the Ring with the Nibelung, which is the first one, all the Tolkien books, etc. And yeah, the ones that started with the mythology of Siegfried, King Siegfried, and Queen Brunhild is super, super fantastic. I mean, I love it. And I love the rendition because it's showing the Queen of Iceland, and it's showing, someone whom was displaced. He was displaced. Siegfried was displaced. They killed his father and his mother. And his father was the king and his mother was the queen. He did not know this as a child. And the person that rescued him in the movie raised him as his own, but never told him that when he found him in the dress clothes, night clothes of, a prince. He had the emblem on his clothing. And so he doesn't remember until he gets much older, and actually kills Fafnir, which is the dragon, and he takes the hoard of the dragon, and it's all his. But then he gets into other problems, because when he met Brunhild, it was a beautiful sign in the sky. A meteor fell from the sky into the land, and Brunhild had just come traveling on her oh my god, what was it called, her barge. And so they both saw the crash of the meteor, and that's how they met. And from there, they were together, if you know what I mean, and they were each other's first. They promised each other to find each other again. She told him she was the queen of Iceland, and then she left. But after he killed Fafnir, because of greed, the actual king, because he didn't remember he was a king himself yet, wanted to marry him off to his sister so that he could keep the gold in his kingdom. And because of that, they betrayed him and cast spells on him to marry him to the sister. Meanwhile, he forgot about Brunhild. And so Brunhild, having so much pain in her heart, because how could he not remember his first love? But he doesn't, because of the spell. So he ends up marrying the sister, and of course, the gold is there, etc. It's not until they decide to kill Siegfried, and as he's actually dying, life is leaving his body, that he calls out for Brunhild, because he remembers her. And at that very moment, she knew he was dying. And as they start the barge out, because in those times, they allowed them to dress them as the kings they were, and then they pushed them out into, the water, and then they would light the barge aflame, right, for the funeral pyre. And then Brunhild can be seen standing up suddenly, taking the sword that is on Siegfried as he lays dead, and shoving the sword into herself, thus dying with him. And that's the way true love is at times, is that we feel like we'd rather die than, to live without, such as Romeo and Juliet, right? When Romeo thinks Juliet is dead, and he ends up taking the poison as well. But true love never dies, is what I mean to say. True love never dies, because even right before death, he remembered his true love. And even though she had asked for the revenge because she felt slighted by him, she did not know at the time that she asked for the revenge on his life, because she felt like he betrayed her and he embarrassed her, because they used trickery to beat her in battle, when she already had been told by the runes that only one man, and one man alone through her lifetime, would defeat her in battle. And she would know that man. And she knew, because the night that they slept together, he defeated her in battle. So she knew that it was Siegfried, but she didn't know why he had done it. It's because not only did they put a spell on him, but then they also told him that the king had to be married before before the sister could be married. So he wore a mask that made him look like the king, and defeated Brunhild. So she felt like not only didn't he remember her and think so less of her, so little of her, he took her virginhood and then ended up leaving her for the sister. So she felt betrayed to the point to where she asked for revenge. So when they plotted against him for the revenge, she still did not know that it was through magic that they had gotten him to change his mind about her and forget his love, which he had mentioned before to the sister, that he had pledged himself to another already. So again, this is a beautiful deck. It means a lot to me. Those stories mean a lot to me. I love mythology, and for those like myself that do believe in twin flames, which some people call soulmates, it is a very difficult path to separate from your twin flame or soulmate in this lifetime, when you know them from before, when you know you feel them, when you know you recognize them, they feel so familiar to you, that for people like myself, this life is just a continuation of that life that you formerly had with them. And so because of that, it's so difficult, so very difficult to break away from them, much less to hear about feelings of depression or hurt or pain that they may have had that were caused by another. Because in our opinion, we are the only person they should be concerned with. But nonetheless, I hope that you will have enjoyed this reading, enjoyed the story time, and thank you for indulging me and being here with me tonight. And I hope that you have a beautiful night. And if it's daytime wherever you are, then have a beautiful day. Until we meet again, my friends, thank you again for stopping by. This is Victoria Violet, Gypsy Roots Tarot and Travel. Thank you. Good night.